Keeping venomous reptiles is an unforgiving hobby, requiring proper training and lots of experience. One simple mistake can be the difference between life and death. Remember, the most venomous snake in the world is the one that just bit you. There are no venomous snakes with training wheels. Just because you see viperkeeper handle snakes a certain way does not mean you should try it too.
Hey, viperkeeper here with a special announcement. For the past several years, I've produced an annual calendar that has met a so-so response. I produce it just for the sake of enjoyment, not to make any money on it. But even at minimal prices, I find the response somewhat limited. Essentially for the press run that I need to do, I need to sell 100 of them in order to break even. Now, a few years ago, I was contemplating not doing one because of the poor response. This year, I'm considering not doing one because of the economy, the poor response in a reasonable economy, as well as time constraints. I am just so busy, it's not even funny. If I had someone locally I could trust, I would employ them to help with the routine things, but I don't. And yes, I'm sweating. It's hot in here. It's a snake room. What do you want? Subsequently, what I would like to do, and I put out feelers that one year, and I said, send me an email. Let me know if you're interested in getting it. I had an overwhelming response, 150, 200 emails. But when it came out to laying down the cash for the product, barely 100 came through. Subsequently, and I generally frown upon doing this, but this is the only way that I'll do it this year, is that if you want a calendar, go ahead and PayPal me $20 for domestic purchase and shipping by U.S. Postal Service, and $30 for international sales. That'll give you priority mail to any international destination. This is a lot of work. Addressing all the envelopes, making sure everybody gets a calendar. In the many years that I've been doing it, I have to say, out of 100 or so calendars that I ship on an annual basis, let's just say it's 100, there's only usually one or two that I have to ship a second time, and I usually do this on my dime, so I actually lose money on it because it got lost in the mail, or being the cynic that I am, maybe somebody wants to get an extra calendar for free or something. People are what they are, and most of us are reasonable and honest, but of course there's people out there that aren't so. Subsequently, if you PayPal me $20 for domestic, $30 for international, I'll send one of you a fine 2012 calendar if I get an appropriate response. This is last year's with the buzzard on the front cover and lots of neat critters in between, as well as, this is a 2008 calendar with the infamous Darth Vader on the cover, as well as many other really cool snakes, like this batch of baby squams that I got, including the very rare blue one. This is how straightforward and honest I am. People were offering me several $100s for the blue one. I wouldn't sell it because I knew it was not going to stay blue. It turned green after a while. You know, it's just, it's crazy, you know, people buying things that are going to change color at some point anyway. And, you know, so I wouldn't take their money. I kept the snake. It turned green as I suspected it would. You know, I just don't want anybody out there to be unhappy with any of the products or services I provide. You know, I back up what I say. Subsequently, if you're interested, send the appropriate amount of money, $20 US, $30 international, to PayPal it to deadlybeautiful at Comcast.net, and yes, I'll put it down on the screen. I will not be shipping probably until November at this point, depending on you know, what sort of response I get. You know, I could end up sending all the money back because I don't have enough to do it. However, there's 10,000 subscribers I have now, and I'm very grateful and happy to have you all on board and such. If just 1% of you buy a calendar, that will be the 100 people break even point. Not a large number, but significant. And, you know, many of you people out there that have purchased it, you know, please comment on the video and tell the other people just how fantastic a calendar it is. And, you know, I'm very critical on my work. Only the best shots go into it. Well, this is beyond best. This is spectacular. Sorry. I have a little... when it's good, it's good. When it's great, it's just unbelievable. You know, people complain that, oh, geez, you know, your photographs are because, you know, they're on a tabletop or on a bin or something. Look, I don't like to disturb and pose my animals like many other people do. That's fine. That's the way they like to do it. Great, no problem. I don't do that because if you make a nice setup here and you put snake A here, you take some pictures, you put snake A back in the cage, you take snake B out, and snake A has paramyxo or some other bug, and you're now placing your snake with no disease onto a disease-covered backdrop and stuff, and to me it's not worth the hassle. So it is what it is. If you want it, you know how to get my calendar. If you don't, you know, that's fine too. No problem. I have plenty of other things to occupy my time than to, you know, put out a calendar. But that's the whole deal, and you can decide for yourselves. If I get sufficient numbers of dollars in my PayPal account, I will produce a calendar. If I don't, I will go ahead and send the money back. If you email me and say, oh yeah, I'm in, sorry, that doesn't cut it. It has to be cash up front this time, otherwise I'm not going to bother to do it. With the exception of maybe some people I've known for a long time and really, really trust. You guys know who you are. I have a certain close circle of friends that, you know, I have no qualms about you know, just taking their word at it. But, you know, that's an earned thing, not a given. Once you have my trust, you're golden. If you don't, you have to earn it. Anyway, that's the story about this next year's calendar. If you're in, you're in. Show, you know, put your money where your mouth is, so to speak, and cough it up. If you're not interested, that's okay too. I have plenty of other things to occupy my time. Thanks so much. Take care.